Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and it is wonderful to have y'all here with me this Sunday evening. And wherever you are, I hope you are warm because it is cold in Philly. So if you are new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself, set any requests for your personal well-being, and we'll get things started off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. And excuse me, my little creatures, Hattie and Gertie, are adjusting. They are... Hey! Hey! Stop! They're currently fighting over who gets to sit closer to the in-between me and the heater. Really? Who can blame them? Be nice. No fighting. And, if you'd like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you'd like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. You can learn all about that there. There's also links in the description for the website, as well as all of my social media and my email newsletter. So let's go ahead and say hi to everybody. And everyone, thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Yep, it's my birthday tomorrow, and I'm like, oh, what do I do? I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna go across the street to the cafe and get a cafe mocha for breakfast. So yeah, that's my big exciting day, that and staying warm. So let's go ahead and say hello to everybody and start building that crystal grid. Ta-da! Oop. Gertie was up on the desk again. Knocking camera sideways. Here we go. Maybe a little lower. So this here is a mirror, which helps to reflect and deflect any negative energy. And this copper spiral here helps to break up any blockages and get the optimal flow of energy going. And from there, we're just going to use our intuition to build this grid to all of your requests. So let's say hello to everyone who is here. We've got Patty and Key, Ninja4858, T, Lila Ray, Renee, Joanna, Chris, Flower, Still Not Still. Oh, so lovely to see you. Oh, and JS left us a message too. And I don't know if I can read the message that JS left. It's cut off. Awesome. If anyone has any visibility to JS's request, did she request any stones? JS, when you watch this, thank you so much for the happy birthday wishes. But yeah, let me know if there's any requests there, and I'm just going to go ahead and see what I can bring in. Yeah, I'll be 43 tomorrow. I'm excited. Oh, it's cold in South Texas. I saw Dallas was something like 1 degree with the wind chill or something like that. I was like, oh God, that's terrible. Like, it's Philly here. Like, I just put a wool blanket over a window today, and I'm like, meh, you know, it's fine. It's like I'm used to it. But South Texas is a very different situation. So let's see. That's true. You never know what the universe will gift you for your birthday. That's very true. Welcome in, Maria. I will get to everybody's requests before we get into the Reiki. So I'm just going to start taking things from the top. I'm going to grab a couple of Chris's requests, and then I'm going to keep going with everyone else's. So wonderful to see you all. Yeah, let me know if you've thought of any great ways to keep warm. Oh, thank you so much for all the beautiful birthday wishes. Okay, so I also wanted to see how Eva is doing. So Chris, if you let us know whenever you feel like you get around to it. If she's doing any better, if she's eating any better. So let's start with some emerald, leopard skin, jasper, selenite, and rhodochrosite. Okay. let's start with selenite. And excuse me one moment, I'm just going to adjust my... Okay, there you are. And if you do hear any like whooshing in the background or anything like that, I do have a heater in here. So this is selenite, and as you can see, it reflects nothing but pure white light. This big piece here I always have just south of the grid, every single stream. Selenite helps by reflecting nothing but pure white light. It's great for clearing the energy of a space, for clearing our own energy fields, and also for connecting with our guides and our angels. So that is selenite. Rhodochrosite is helpful for asthma, stress headaches, heart and circulation, as well as really intense intuitive connections, things like telepathy and things like that. Rhodochrosite's also really helpful for healing any kind of wounds around mother connection, like maternal type wounds. So we'll bring that in. Also helps mother-baby bonding. Emerald is superb for healing skin and tissue. Are you two fighting again? No fighting. Don't make me come down there. Yeah, you know I'm talking to you. Also helps with reinvigorating our passion for work and life. Wonderful for the whole upper respiratory system, really the whole cardiopulmonary system. Anything from bronchitis to asthma. Helps too with restoring confidence in our appearance, especially those parts of our appearance that we're a little bit more sensitive to, like maybe things that we were picked on for, or things that are just, they really kind of hit us where it hurts. This can help us to build up a little bit more confidence there. Leopard skin jasper is wonderful for everything having to do with our animal companions, helping us to connect with them better, helping us to support them in their healing. This is also helpful for connecting with your animal guides and guardians. Beautiful stone for attracting a soulmate type relationship, and also helpful for anything impacting the skin, as well as inner ear balance, things like coordination and balance. So that is leopard skin jasper. If that kind of inner ear or vertigo type stuff impacts you, another stone besides leopard skin jasper for that is lapis lazuli. So that is leopard skin jasper. Okay, cool. So I'm going to keep bringing your requests in as we go. And thank you as always, Chris. It's good to see you. Eva finally ate today. Oh, I'm so glad. You gave her 3 tablespoons of food and some treats. Oh. And then she asked for more food. I'm so happy. I know that must have been like 1,000 pounds off your shoulders. I just know it had to be. Oh my goodness, that makes me so happy. I'm so glad Eva's doing better. Oh, how wonderful. So glad to hear. So let's see what our next request is. Oh, you like Archangel Raphael too? Okay, awesome. So let's bring in one more of Chris's requests. And that is malachite. Malachite is very connected with the Archangel Raphael. And actually, let me adjust the light so it's a little bit easier on your eyes. Let's see, is that better? Yeah, that's better. So malachite is great for pain, inflammation, and arthritis, as well as moving through really difficult emotional stuff, processing it, and really moving through it so that you can leave it behind. Helpful too for depression, anxiety, and phobias, especially fear of flying. Absolutely excellent for connecting with the Archangel Raphael. And so we will bring this in. But yeah, if you need to like leave some things behind, leave some emotions behind, this is a stone that can help you do that, and that's malachite. And you two are fighting again. Do not make me come down there. Here, play with a toy. There you go. I've got to hide some more devices around to video record them for all of you because they're too stinking cute lately. Okay, let's see. And Awesome. So T, intentions, organization, focus, and determination for this week. Support for creative work and seasonal depression and anxiety. Well, all of you are going to be happy to hear that I got one of our frequently requested crystals. I got it in. I actually ordered a few more this weekend too. But some of you had been asking about amber, so I got us some amber. Ooh, pretty. So pretty. So amber is helpful for depression and seasonal affective type stuff. Whether you do have seasonal affective disorder or you just notice the mood changes that kind of come with the shortening of the days. They are two different things and they are both real things. This can be really helpful for it. It's also helpful for teething babies, which most of us might know that. If you know anything about crystals, probably about amber being good for babies. But any kind of teeth pain, it's also very helpful for creativity as well as softening rigid ways of thinking. Like if you are meeting with folks who are very mentally stuck and like this is right and this is wrong, and this can kind of soften that a little bit and can make us a little bit more amenable to listening and seeing another side. And we can all use that. Like everybody can use that at least to some extent. Some folks could use it more than others, but this is a good one to bring around. I wish I had this for all those holiday meetups that y'all had happening. Also great for courage as well as being very protective, and it's also linked with the goddesses of Freya, and it's very much linked with the tiger in China. These are thought to be like tiger's tears and that they bring courage. So that is amber. There we go. So I hope that that helps. Focus and determination. Let's bring in some bumblebee jasper. Organization. We'll bring in garnet. And we'll bring in ruby too, because I know that Chris requested that and I love putting ruby and garnet together. So for focus and determination, we have our good buddy bumblebee jasper. This has high concentrations of sulfur as well as arsenic, so do be careful with it. It's exceptional for mental focus and physical energy and really just motivating us to want to get the work done. It can be even like infectious. If we're working with other people, if we show up with this and that attitude, it's going to help impact everyone. Wonderful too for balancing yin and yang in the body, boosting anything that you're manifesting, and for decision making too. So a lot of clarity, positivity, motivation, confidence. So that's bumblebee jasper. For organization and again with like getting stuff done and focus, garnet can be really, really helpful. This is the birthstone of January actually, and it's wonderful for everything that you would think work related. It's great for courage, organization, creativity. So again, hitting on your main request, and practicality. So if you have a lot of work to get done and you're looking at the best way to do it, garnet can be your friend. Whether you're taking a big look at all of your processes and how to just be more efficient, or just one small task or one small part of your home or apartment, this can really help. Also really helpful for finding strength and balance when everything's just a little bit, 2020s type energy. So there we go. So that's garnet. But yeah, wonderful for organization. And ruby complements it so well. Ruby helps with the courage to be ourselves and really encourages us with like leadership and management type skills. Absolutely helpful for love, fertility, and it's reported for fibromyalgia pain as well. So this is ruby. Wonderful too for releasing fears, stopping nightmares, making decisions, and financial stability. So that's ruby. And this is what ruby looks like when it might not be gem quality or it's not cut like a gem. But you can find jewelers that will make jewelry out of more of these like raw kind of stones. And I think it looks beautiful just the way it is, just like this beautiful magenta right out of the ground. So that is ruby. So all the best for you. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you back soon. Christina, good to see you. Gee, wonderful to see you here. I will absolutely get to that. Absolutely. Oh yeah, definitely pull some in for Dell. I have no problem with that. I'm all about it. Oh, and actually T requested some stones. Oh, look, I was right on the money with at least one of them. Bumblebee Jasper, Sodalite Tourmalinated Quartz. Nice. Polychrome Jasper, and Blue Tiger Eye. Absolutely. Let's do... I know Polychrome will really help flower as well. So Polychrome Jasper helps with reigniting our passions in life too. And also with lots of confidence and motivation. If you feel stuck in a rut, this helps kind of break through that. It also really supports a lot of movement as well as joint health, especially lower joints. So if you're trying to get into your workout routine or getting your steps in, or like whatever your aim is, if you want to go out and dance more, for example, this is a lovely stone to work with. It really is a motivator. It's encouraging, and it's the kind of motivation where it's not about like just get something done. It's very targeted in doing what's really meant to be done. So that is Polychrome. Sodalite, Blue Tiger Eye. So Sodalite is a superb stone for communication and expression. So whether it's talking, writing, performing, anything, this really helps with getting that the expression of your true self out. Helps too with relieving menopause symptoms and coming to terms with any factors relating the aging process. Helps too with any type of impulses. It really helps to ground those, as well as helping you to feel more supported and less homesick. So let's bring this in. This is one of my all-time go-tos for folks that really struggle during Mercury retrograde. Sodalite is a lovely stone to have for those times because it is so focused on communication, which is so hampered during a Mercury retrograde. So that is Sodalite. And another stone, if you like Sodalite, you'll really like Blue Tiger Eye as well. Blue Tiger Eye, which if you look at that beautiful reflection, oh, isn't that pretty? Yeah, so Blue Tiger Eye helps with expression, especially bold communication, whether it's spoken, whether it's written, however you get it across. But especially public speaking. But this helps with a big, bold communication, especially saying things like having to share a truth that people don't want to hear. It's considered very protective of truth tellers. It's like a whistleblower stone. And it can help with those times where we have to say, well, the facts, these are facts. We're not talking about feelings. We're talking about facts. These are the facts. So it's good for those like very direct kind of conversations where you have to be clear. Also helps with calm and easing stress. So let's go ahead and bring Blue Tiger Eye in. And for tourmalinated quartz, I did see the request for help with a job. So let's do that. We'll do tourmalinated quartz. This can be really helpful with finding new ways to earn money, whether that's a new job, side gig, passive revenue kind of situation, whatever that looks like, this can really, really help. Black tourmaline helps to repel negative energy. And when black tourmaline is going through quartz, it's tourmalinated quartz. And this tourmaline in the quartz helps to really break up old stuck energy, which can be excellent for releasing and grounding old stuck nervous energy, emotional pains and traumas from childhood, and as well as supporting the heart and blood vessels. Helpful too for good luck as well as protective of travelers. So we will go ahead and bring this in. But yeah, if you're looking to break down the ways that you think about things and see them and make room for new viewpoints, tourmalinated quartz can be really helpful. But yeah, also good for finding a job. So we'll put that in there, and I know that that will help support Yi. And awesome. Tourmalinated quartz, bumblebee, jasper, blue tar. Okay, cool. So let's see what else we have. Maria, support this week in making life changes and focusing on yourself, easing anxiety. Perfect. So let's go ahead, totally support that. So making some life changes. Let's see. I think the best one for us is Desert Rose Selenite, and I know that Patty really likes this one too. So Desert Rose Selenite helps with those big life changes that you're making and the way that we have to show up consistently, repeatedly to make them happen. And this helps support that. Also helps with redefining ourselves, especially after any big loss or big shift in our life. Wonderful for perseverance and encouragement with school, and really helpful for relieving upset stomach, as well as helping the skin, especially things like eczema and acne. Helpful too for fighting off viruses and to support men's health, as well as animals. And this is really helpful for finding a place to live, as well as all of the paperwork that has to be done around, whether it's buying a home, moving into an apartment, anything like that. This helps with getting all of that done. So this is Desert Rose Selenite. So all the best to you as you make those changes. Focusing on yourself. And for prioritizing yourself, we absolutely have a stone for that too. We have some yellow calcite. This also helps with just confidence and optimism as well. So this is one that supports the solar plexus chakra, which is our center of self-identity and free will and our motivations and desires in life. This helps us to prioritize ourself when making our plans and also following through with that prioritizing of yourself. Wonderful for releasing any blockages around boundaries or self-identity. It really helps you to affirm boundaries and hold them. And it's just superb for releasing any feeling that you need to be validated or approved of by someone before you, say, make a change. So that is yellow calcite. Very empowering and encouraging for you to live the life that you want. And for anxiety, we have a couple good ones for anxiety. I'm going to bring in black onyx. Black onyx helps not only with grounding anxiety, it also helps with grounding fear. And it's wonderful for relieving self-doubt and bringing in a really healthy self-confidence. Wonderful too for connecting to our ancestors and for spiritual protection, as well as processing grief, and helps with protecting us from those who would play mind games. So that's always a nice one to think about when you when you know you're going to a kind of a toxic situation. But yeah, very protective, great for anxiety, fear, and grief. So that is black onyx. So thank you and welcome in. And all the best to you, Maria. Fiat Luna. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. Support for your newest foster kitten who just had to go back into quarantine for panleukopenia. Yeah, absolutely. And let me Oh, and you have noodlephobia and you need to give them treatments. Yeah, absolutely. I'm so sorry that you're going through that, and that poor kitten is too. We have both of our really good animal healing stones. We have leopard skin jasper, desert rose selenite, and this also not only helps animals, but it helps with dealing with viruses. So yeah, ooh, all the love to you and to Kitty. And Fiad Luna is also a Reiki practitioner and has her own channel here on YouTube, so definitely check out her Reiki channel too. And she's here in Philadelphia as well, so all us Philly people. Lila Ray, self-acceptance. Absolutely. I've got the perfect stone for that. Let's bring in some blue kyanite for you. Sorry, didn't mean to hit the mic stand there. So blue kyanite is a stone that can, first and foremost, help you to better understand. And let me also move this. Sorry if this is going to be... Oh, no, that's fine. Okay. It helps you to better understand any intuitive messages that are coming in, but it also really supports you to really accept yourself exactly as you are. I even describe it as like radical self-acceptance, loving and accepting yourself exactly as you are. Also very helpful for certain types of neurological care. And Maria, I think you're going to like this too. This helps with general healthy changes in life. And this is for dealing with other people. This can be a really helpful stone with, like, we know that aquamarine is our favorite anti-Karen stone, but this helps with that too. So it helps with harmonizing energy amongst people. It helps with grounding things like spite and pettiness and just immature types of, misdirected stuff. So yeah, when you want to love and care about yourself, understands what your guides are saying, and need to keep that Karen energy at bay, go for blue kyanite. All the best to you, Lila Ray. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help. Ninja 4858, peaceful sleep and knowing when I'm in the flow of my life. Synchronicity. I love that. So let's see. Yeah. I think I am going to put in... That's what we will do. So they'll bring in Moonstone and Labradorite, which are very closely related. Labradorite, and I'm talking about geologically, the stones are very closely related to one another and how they form in the earth. Labradorite helps with better sleep, as well as focus and attention, especially like needle in a haystack kind of stuff, or finding errors in a lot of data. This can be helpful for that. Also wonderful for research and study and getting all that information together and being able to filter through all of it. Helpful too for calming disputes and providing a good space for like workplace harmony. So let's go ahead and bring in Labradorite. Helps with the clairvoyance is our spiritual sight, and Labradorite is wonderful for it. Moonstone is helpful for connection to the lunar cycles, moon magic, working with the full moon, new moon, and the changes of the moon. And when it comes to things like being in the flow, very much this stone. This is a stone of like trusting divine timing and things like that. Whenever I work with Moonstone, I often think about it as the High Priestess in the Tarot deck, which is the Magician is like her consort, like her balance, I guess. The Magician has all the tools, he knows how to use them, and he makes stuff happen. She has all of the wisdom and the knowledge, and she knows what's going to happen. And this is very much that knowing, that trusting, that sensing what's coming in. It helps with intuition, like I said, connections to the natural cycles and also the natural patterns of life and death. Wonderful too for connecting to ancient wisdom, spirituality, and even healing methods. very protective of women, and it also can help us to manifest a soulmate type relationship. So we will bring this in. So yeah, it's a great stone for attracting love. I'm actually, should have done this in the opposite order. I'm going to put this right underneath our Labradorite. There we go. So there we go. All the best to you. And thank you for being here. Tennessee is in the 20s now with a touch of snow. Feet on a heating pad. Your feet get cold when you're cold all the way through. Oh my goodness, yeah. I've currently got 3 layers of socks on, but that's kind of my default. So let's see. So next we've got some good ones for Patty and Key. So Red Tiger Eye. We got Selenite. We got Sodalite. Let's bring in Sugilite. Epidote Septarian. And I'll do the same thing. I'll bring in a bunch and then I'll make sure I keep going to get everybody's stuff in. Definitely bring in some rose quartz for you and Chris. So we're all pretty familiar with rose quartz, what it is, and that it's all about the heart chakra, and it very much is. This is also a stone that, as much as it helps to replenish our emotional center, this is a stone that can be really, really helpful when it comes to shifting the types of relationships we want to be involved in. If you have a hard time seeing yourself as worthy, or if you feel almost uncomfortable around unconditional love, this can help you to start to feel like, oh, wait a minute, I do deserve that. Everyone deserves that. So that is rose quartz. But yeah, if you feel emotionally depleted, great stone. Next is Septarian, along with my cheat sheet that I wrote for us. Septarian is really helpful for muscle spasms as well as healing wounds and everything about the solar plexus. So if you liked yellow calcite, you might like this. This is more for like going really deep to our personal healing. This is doing shadow work. Shadow work is when we go to the parts of ourselves that we're not super proud of, or maybe don't even realize are there. Oftentimes it's both. It helps us with really facing those things that we need to shift and change, and doing that work, even feeling vulnerable when necessary. This can help with lots of encouragement, lots of support, and also helps with understanding the root habits, beliefs, and causes for the different ways that we act and react to things. So that is Septarian. Next is Epidote. This is wonderful for recovering from any kind of illness, any kind of injury. It's also really helpful for if you're working through any negative self-talk, if you yell at yourself. This is a lovely stone to help you break that habit. Also helpful for the brain. It's thought really helpful for Parkinson's, and it's wonderful for connection with the fairy realm, as well as supporting our nervous system and our skin. So that's Epidote. We will bring this in. Next, we'll bring in Sugilite, which is helpful for connection to unity consciousness, the interconnectedness of everyone and everything. This stone helps us to feel that enlightenment, that, oh, I'm part of everything and everything is a part of me, and what I put out into the universe, I also put into myself, and vice versa. So this can really help with that collective mindedness and that connection to spirit, and that everything is one. So this is a very good like peace kind of stone. It's also very helpful for forgiveness. So that is Sugilite. Red Tiger Eye is highly protective, whether that's somebody doing really nasty spiritual workings, or if that's someone who's a mundane bully, like big bully, little bully, somewhere in between. This can really help kind of keep that at bay. Also really helpful for calling on financial abundance in a hurry. So we will bring that in. Let's actually bring this in way out. No, let's bring it in right here. So that is red tiger eye. Next we will bring in Parido, Kunzite, Azurite. Azurite is another one that helps with creativity. In fact, I think T will really appreciate this. So this is insight, intuition, also connecting with and opening up to your spirituality, helps with relieving worry, and it also helps with decision making. Wonderful too for gaining spiritual wisdom, connecting with your guides, and helping to dissolve any energy blockages or obstacles in your path. Wonderful for quieting your mind during meditation or energy work, and really helpful for spinal alignment, muscle spasms, and tics and uncontrolled movements. Parido can help with like a really boosting friendships, like the good friendships we have that kind of help us to be our best selves. Also helps with processing guilt, anger, and jealousy, which can be really challenging to work through. Helps with breaking bad habits as well, and it's wonderful for all kinds of digestive issues, from IBS to Crohn's to everything. So that's Parido. Pink Kunzite is my go-to stone of compassion. This is attracting commitment-based love, as well as finding love and opening up to love after heartache. I always feel very close to Kuan Yin whenever I hold this stone. It's wonderful for nerve pain, as well as chemical allergies and sensitivities, as well as post-anesthesia, helping new moms, and helping babies who are having a hard time sleeping. And I think those two go together. But yeah, I will bring this in. But yeah, whether you are healing wounds of the heart, or simply opening to love, or just wanting to embrace a larger relationship with compassion, pink kunzite will really help. And I'm just going to bring in the other one so I don't forget to bring them in. So let's see. Onyx, peacock ore, tree agate, chevron amethyst, honey calcite, fire quartz. Okay, good stuff. Awesome. Hey, Sybil, welcome back. Natalie, wonderful to see you. Wonderful to see you both. Oh, Sybil. Oh no, postnasal drip is the worst. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. Definitely my favorite stone for that is actually already in here. It's emerald. Emerald is great for all of that. You know, something else that might help is also green kyanite. This helps the throat, chest, lungs, all of it. Helps with also the heart and asthma. Helps with balancing our mundane life and our mundane world with our spiritual side and our intuitive side. Wonderful for gaining wisdom through intuition and connecting with the earth and healing ecology. So whether you're connecting through plants or through nature spirits or anything like that, green kyanite can be helpful, but it's wonderful for like respiratory everything, including very much the yucky sinuses. I hope you feel better soon. Okay. And I have Patty's stones here. Oh, and Super 7 and Pyrite. Let's get those. Okay, so we got the really good job stone, but I'm also going to bring in one more. Lapis helps with opening up career potential. And it's wonderful too for pain and inflammation. Helpful too for the inner ear, balance, coordination, even hearing loss. Wonderful for disorganization. So this will help support, I believe it was T. And it helps too with integrity, having personal responsibility, owning up to our commitments, all that good kind of stuff. But lots of career opportunity with Lapis. So let's go ahead and bring this in. Let's actually bring this in right here and here. And that is Lapis. Okay. And so all the best to you, Guy. I hope you get that job. Or a job. I'm so happy to hear that that Eve is doing better. Oh no, Christina, congestion and the flu. It sounds like we've got most of our congestion stones up. Well, Patty requested pyrite, and that does also help the lungs as well as fever if that's an issue. So let's bring that in. Pyrite is fool's gold, and it also helps. It's found near real gold, and this also helps like call in the real gold, the financial abundance. So this definitely helps with manifesting wealth. It's great for helping the body make the most of a Reiki session. It's a strong assistance to our natural intuition while also being really protective. And it helps with the brain specifically in terms of memory and information recall. Great for lungs and fever too. So that is pyrite. So that's pyrite. So that'll help a little bit with congestion and flu. Let's also do moss agate. And I think this could help all of us in some kind of way. Highly regarded in Chinese medicine. Moss agate helps with all illnesses, infections, and things like that. In Chinese medicine, they refer to it as wind. Anything that's spreading through the body really quickly that shouldn't be there. This can help to kind of give the body the upper hand. Wonderful for our connection with nature. If you're doing any kind of inner reflection or doing any kind of like therapy or psychological work, this can help with inner child and higher self work. Wonderful too for just feeling connected to spirit and unconditional love. So it can be a really deeply healing stone for the body, mind, and spirit completely. So that is moss agate. Get in the grid. There we go. And yeah, I think that will help a lot. So feel better. Oh, I really hope you feel better. I know so many people that are just not feeling well right now. Shungite, you got it. And Beth, consistency. Yeah, I'll do my best to find, let's see, consistency. I feel like one of the things for consistency would be desert rose selenite, because it's all those many steps to like where you want to get to. Yeah, the first one I think of is desert rose selenite, but I'm going to take a peek. But let's get shungite first. Okay, so let's do shungite. This helps with supporting the body, physical recovery, tissue repair, but also really helpful for releasing emotional pain, stress, and energy blocks. This is a stone that can like deep clean our whole energy field. And it actually does the same thing in water. There's a good chance that your water filter system at home actually has some shungite in it. It tends to absorb things that we don't want in our bodies. So it's a really good stone that way. If you're sensitive to electromagnetic fields, this is a stone to have. So we'll bring that in. Yeah, it's just a great all-around clearing stone. It's like when you feel like you've just had a really stressful day or you're in a lot of emotional pain, just like hanging out with some Shungite is beautiful. Consistency, I really think it's that, and Lapis. Lapis is good for consistency too. I think I've got a couple of ideas. So one is Herkimer. Herkimer can help with being in the present moment, which might help with consistency. It also boosts manifestation. It's very relaxing, and it's one that boosts intuition and anything that we are calling from the universe for. Helps with balancing really unbalanced energy. It's great for intuition and metabolism. So that is Herkimer diamond. And it's actually a type of clear quartz that comes from the Herkimer, New York region of the US. Not technically a diamond. And I feel like grounding keeps coming up. So I'm like, And combined with the requests that I'm seeing for like luck and winnings and stuff, I think Galina is going to be a good one too. So definitely ones that are there for you already, like Lapis and Desert Rose, I'm going to add to it this. Galina is it's actually a type of lead, so definitely be careful with it. This helps with grounding and centering as well as energy protection. It's wonderful for bringing in healing insights for the physical body and to reduce inflammation overall. It's also thought to help heal like boils and cysts and acne and the sense of smell, believe it or not. So also thought to help with disorders of the veins, with healthy hair, and also with any kind of mental, emotional transformation. And I think a lot of us are kind of in that place. So this is great for any kind of, like I said, mental, emotional transformation. Definitely linked with Saturn. So if you're really into your astrology and you know how Saturn is impacting you, this can help you to deal with any issues that might be coming up around that. Also helps with winnings, especially winnings of finances and good things like that. And for trying to call back to you anything that's been stolen or misplaced. So that's Galina. But yeah, it's really good for grounding. It's actually very physically heavy. And I feel like that can help. So I hope that helps, Beth. Lots of love to you. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help. And Maria, welcome in. It's good to see you. And yes, I do have Numite flower. Numite is very protective. And it comes to us from Greenland. It's the only place that we know it to exist, and it's only mined like 7 months of the year because, you know, cold and freezing. And so let me try to find you a good piece of the flash. There we go. There we go. See that flash that kind of comes up? Yep, that is what Numite is known for. So Numite is helpful for like incredible protection. Put this near your tarot cards or anything that you want to keep energetically clear. But also this is helpful for when we're doing any type of inner reflection and self-improvement work. This helps us to go deep through our, you know, proverbial junk drawers. And as we're going through all those things, this flash of like that silvery golden light reminds us that as we're in our darkness, we'll get those flashes of inspiration from spirit. So it's a really beautiful stone. But yeah, lovely, lovely supportive stone and so protective. So let's go ahead and put a piece, let's see, here and here. But yeah, that is Numite. And we have some of that in the crystal shop too. It's a really cool stone. Happy to have it for you, Flower. Good to see you. Lots of love to your family, your whole crew. Yeah, it is a fascinating stone. Oh yes, thanks for the reminder. Don't forget to hit that like button, everyone. Thank you, thank you. I always forget the YouTuber stuff. Okay, so we've got, for Fiat Luna, we've got all the pet healing stuff. Let's help with needle phobia. So a stone that's really good with phobias, one of them is malachite, another is sunstone, and another is crazy lace agate, which we know Dell likes. So let's bring that out. So let's bring in sunstone. Guy, this will help you too with your job search. So this is sunstone. Sunstone is a really potent stone of thinking of the best possible goals for yourself. This is one that helps you to really expand your vision of your own potential. Make sure that you don't play small. This one helps with protection against exploitation and any kind of money manipulation. And it's also really helpful for like giving you a boost in prominence and being noticed. That's if you're going through interviews in the hiring process, that's really helpful. Also helpful for bringing lots of career opportunities. And if you are self-employed, if you own a business, or if you're going on lots of interviews, this is one that really helps you to promote and sell and just be noticed, recognized, seen, and listened to. This is also really helpful for phobias. So we'll bring this in. So sunstone. Bring in the little guys. Oop. This is a stone that looks very different if it is tumbled versus raw or rough. And I have to say, I think I like the raw better. I'm actually wearing sunstone on my finger right now in my ring. My good friend Jane made it for me. Because that's the kind of cool stuff jeweler friends are known to do. So that is sunstone. And another stone, like I said, for phobias is crazy lace agate. So crazy lace agate is helpful for balance and courage, as well as breaking up those phobias. It's very connected to spider. So if you have a spider guide or guardian, or if you are phobic of spiders, this is a lovely stone for you. It helps too with connection to the energy of the past. So if you're doing any kind of like investigative work on a space, or you want to feel the energy of a space as it was at another time in the past, crazy lace agate can help that. Also helps the heart and solar plexus. It's very protective, and it also supports confidence, skin, eyes, and speech. So that is crazy lace agate. So I hope that helps with the phobias. I really do. Oh, let me know if you need help. I'm around. Yeah, I'm the opposite of needle phobic. I worked in a piercing shop for a couple of years, but also like when I was in the hospital with the broken leg, they had to teach me how to give myself injections of an anticoagulant so you don't end up with a blood clot, because you can't really move around very much. So it's like it's basically like they showed me with a regular needle in the hospital, and they sent me home with like one that's almost like a little bit of a spring-loaded kind of thing. And the nurse was just sort of like, yeah, okay, so here's how you're going to... And I just grabbed it and I just said, oh, like... And I just like shoved it into my leg, and she's like stood back. I'm like, my leg is broken right now. I can't even feel this. But the fact that she was just like... Everybody was taken aback. That didn't bother me. Things that don't bother other people bother me. Things that don't bother other people... Or things that do bother other people don't bother me. But let me know if you need somebody to come over and help. I'm happy to do it. Yeah, I do have fears and phobias. That's just not one of mine. But all the best, and thank you for all you do for the animals and all of us. Funnily enough, spiders are a guide of yours. Oh, cool, perfect. Your foster is doing much better. Lots of supportive care. Okay, good. Hey, Taylor, welcome in. Awesome. I will get to that for sure. I'm getting to everybody's requests. And Beth, I'm glad that was helpful for you. You're welcome. Oh, Sybil, you had RSV. Oh, I'm so sorry. I wear masks a lot for a couple of my clients who have been trying to get better from RSV, and it has been a long road for them. Hey, Mary, it's good to see you. Cool. I will get to your request, absolutely. All right, who was next? Okay, good stuff. All right, so we got the sinuses, nasal drip. And I think you mentioned something about your throat too. It will help the throat, but let's also bring in blue lace agate. I think this will help tea as well. This is another stone of communication, but it works very differently. Blue lace agate helps with like softening things, like softening our words to others, having difficult conversations, expressing or explaining things that make us feel uncomfortable or vulnerable. The stone can be really helpful with that. It's also wonderful for arthritis, fractures, and for skin allergies, as well as tension headaches. And yeah, really good for everything throat related, whether it's like a tickle in the back of your throat, a throat infection, or just communication, or throat chakra, you know, what have you. So that's blue lace agate. That'll definitely help. Whoop. RSV is so vicious. Ugh. Oh, there we go. Tidy that up. Okay. Oh, he's going to be quarantined in the hospital for a couple weeks. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because your other animals. Hey, Alana. Hope you're well. Welcome in. Good to see you. Keep an eye on your mailbox. You'll have something soon. Oh, the quartz infused with gold. I do have that, Guy. Absolutely. And Sybil, I put in lapis for sure. That's actually in there already. And let's see. Super 7 for Dal. Okay. Okay, gotcha. I got that. So let's bring in Aqua Aura. So this did start its life as clear quartz, and it was put through a process using gold, and it's now called Aqua Aura. These stones, all of the aura stones, and you can, start Googling them online. There's all the different colors you could possibly imagine. They definitely have a coating on them, which is subject to coming off. You could actually see some spots in here where it's sort of worn off. Not a lot of folks work with them because they are new, and a lot of folks don't want to work with stones that have been altered. I get it, but I do feel like this is often suggested for things like depression. I struggle with depression, and as I've said several times here, I take medication for it. No shame in the med game at all. And I do Reiki and meditation and all of the things that I can do. Everything I do here is complementary in nature. And I suggest you do all the things that help you. And you don't have to give up one for the other. But this I worked with, and I felt it was really helpful for depression. So I hope that this brings you as much support and relief as it brought me. And so we will put that in there for you, Guy. Thank you for requesting it. Let's do Super 7 and Green Onyx. So Super 7 and Green Onyx I have here. Green Onyx is really helpful for grief and sadness, as well as loneliness. And it's one that can really help support during like emotional breakdown or just emotional overwhelm too. It helps with moving forward and making decisions, even when emotionally you're really not in a great place to do either. And also with making decisions, especially decisions that overall are in your best interest. So that is Green Onyx. Green Onyx can also be much lighter than this, like almost like a pistachio color. And just to let you know, if you do see it out there, it can look any number of different ways. And yeah, you can even find like goblets and plates and things like that made of green onyx. It's a very common stone. Super 7 was a gift to us from Chris, and thank you, Chris. And this stone is exceptional for doing any kind of intuitive work. It's also helpful for working towards larger goals and plans and dreams. So this will definitely help. I think it was Maria's request. I think so. And wonderful too for channeling, telepathy, tarot reading, scrying, however you connect to spirit, this can support it. Also helpful for strengthening your energy field or your aura, so that if you are someone who's empathic, someone who feels the energy of others, this will help to keep a little bit more of a barrier. You know, it'll help you support your natural barrier to keep that kind of out of your field. Helpful for peace, harmony, and unity consciousness, as well as healing past lives, karma, and connection to the earth for ecological healing. So that is Super 7, which has 7 different minerals in it. And we'll go ahead and bring them in there. There we go. So that is Super 7, and we got the lapis, we got the pyrite, and connect the heart and the mind and increase energy. Absolutely. Bumblebee Jasper will help with increasing energy, as will rutilated quartz. Rutilated quartz is clear quartz that has rutils running through it. And they can be this sort of coppery or like a goldish or even a silver. They almost look like long strands of hair. And rutilated quartz really focuses energy. It can help with focusing the mind. Can also help with focusing the energy to where it wants to go in the body the most, or where it's needed the most. So this is actually often recommended for a beautiful gift for someone who has cancer. Like, I hope this boosts your energy, and I hope that all the treatments you're getting go to the places in your body that need it most, for example. But lots of physical energy for this one. So we'll bring this one in. Rutilated quartz. Woo. Coming through. Okay, there we go. And for balancing heart and mind. There's 2 that come to mind. The first one is Snowflake Obsidian, which is actually requested by Chris. And this one helps with the body, mind, spirit, all of it connection. It's very centering. It helps to calm overstimulation. And it's great for inner peace, serenity, and cultivating hope after any kind of loss or setback. Helpful too for clairaudience, which is our intuition that comes through our hearing, as well as processing and releasing guilt and bad habits. So that's Snowflake Obsidian. So let's go ahead and bring in this beautiful piece of Snowflake Obsidian. Okay. And let's see. The other one for balancing heart and mind, I always think of tiger blood for that. Dragon's blood, dragon stone. Sorry, cancel, clear, delete. Dragon blood. Gotcha. Okay. So it's actually, this stone is a combination of Pymonite and Epidote. And you can see why it might get called dragon stone or dragon's blood. This helps with grief and loss, as well as like getting through grief and loss without getting stuck in that well of self-pity. It's perfectly reasonable to feel your feels as part of grieving. There's no way out but through. But this helps keep you from getting stuck. And it's also really helpful for strength and courage to create lasting change, as well as learning from your mistakes and being patient with yourself. helps with the immune and nervous systems, and it's wonderful for optimism, wisdom, and happiness. So I feel like this can also help that heart-mind connection. It's a little bit of like accepting things that you do or anything like that, and like deciding to change, balancing your heart and compassion for yourself with clear intellect and knowing what you need to do. So I think that this will be supportive too. So there we go. I'm going to put this, let's see. Whenever I put this in the center, it just like slides away. There we go. There we go. Very precarious. Awesome. So there we go. I hope that helps, Mary. Hey, Allison. Yeah, I believe, I think I saw an order for you come up. Not sure. Yeah. Yeah, if you placed an order, it's on its way. If it wasn't you and it's just someone with a very similar name, like the same name but spelled slightly differently, it might be a different person. Happy New Year to you too, Allison. Ooh, I do have calligraphy stone coming. Yay. Hey, Samantha. Yeah, it is going to be it's going to be a very game-changing year, because this year I'll put a link, if I remember, I'll put a link in the comments to this video. There's a channel called Black and Orange, and definitely check out the she does a everyday live stream, and she does tarot, but specifically on like world events and US politics. And she was explaining Pluto and when Pluto changes signs and how that impacts the world in the United States. And at the end of this month, Pluto, or actually the 20th, Pluto leaves Capricorn and enters Aquarius. That's not the age of Aquarius. That's a different thing. But as it enters, anytime that that Pluto changes signs, there's always some big shift in our country. And she actually goes into it in that video where she explains the last several generations and what's come up. So I would recommend that if you want to know more about it. But yeah, it's change for sure. Yeah, a lot of opening doors. And let's see. And where did I leave off? So I believe it is Taylor. Yes, so Taylor I left off at, and you're saying weight loss, anxiety, and letting go of what no longer serves you, and money. Gotcha. So we'll bring in money, for sure, with some citrine. Weight loss will bring in blue apatite, and letting go of what no longer serves. Malachite is my favorite stone for that, but it's not the only one. So let's do some blue apatite. So this is helpful for changing our relationship with food, and this can encompass weight loss, or any kind of shift, whether you're just trying to shift the way that you relate to food, the role it has in your life, anything about it, or specifically weight loss or even weight gain. Blue apatite can help. It's also really helpful for learning about our soul's purpose and embracing it and having the courage to like act upon it. Helpful too for strengthening our energy field, so we're less likely to take on the energy of others. And it's wonderful for just inner peace and harmony. So that is blue apatite. Let's bring that back here. Yeah, letting go of the past, my favorite one for that is malachite. But let's see what else we have. I feel like chrysoprase is helpful. So chrysoprase helps with overcoming disappointment, with completing goals and like finishing things up. And it also helps with pivoting when things don't work out the way we want them to, or the way we had been working towards. Like we're working towards something and all of a sudden we have to shift, we have to pivot, something changed. This can help us come to terms with that. So in addition to leaving things behind, malachite helps with that deep healing so that you can let go. This also helps with, you know, okay, we have to let this plan or this thing go in order to embrace our next step. So they work together really well for that. So this is chrysoprase, and I'm going to bring this in. I'll put 2 here so that'll balance the pneumite. So that's chrysoprase. Yeah, it's a great stone for picking up the pieces after any kind of loss, but also for follow through on plans. So for anybody who's trying to like shift a habit or a routine into something better, chrysoprase is also helpful for like continuing and seeing it through. For money, let's bring in the citrine. This helps with financial abundance and good financial decisions. Also helps with addictions and compulsions, as well as fibromyalgia, nausea, and balancing logic with intuition. That helps us use all the different parts of ourselves to make the best decisions and to move forward in a more unified, whole way. So I hope that that helps. Let's see, did I leave anything out? Anxiety. Yeah, we've had a couple anxiety ones. We have one is black onyx in there that helps with that, but I'm also going to bring in green calcite. This helps with releasing anxiety and also inviting in a lot of calm, reassurance. Wonderful for releasing not only the anxiety in the emotions and in the mind, but in the body where we tend to tense up and hold that tension. This can help unwind that. Generally, too, it just like lightens the mood, kind of lifts the energy a little bit. So that is green calcite. And so I hope that helps tailor all the best to you. Oh, Mary, I'm so glad you connected with it. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know. I hope it helps. Hey, Jenny. And let's see. I love everything about your request, and it's so spot on with everyone else's requests. I'm like, what other stones do I have to bring in on these things? All the animal stones are in there. We have our prosperity stones. We have our peace and harmony stones. Let's do a little bit more protection. And higher self, we have moss agate. Let's do some angelite and celestite. So celestite and angelite actually are very much related stones as well. So angelite helps with, as the name would suggest, connection with our angels and a lot of spiritual protection. This also helps us to feel really connected to source as well as our angels. Helps with intuition, especially angelic connection. And it's wonderful for helping you to get the most out of any kind of sound healing. So that's angelite. Let's put angelite here on top of rose quartz. Celestite helps with that same connection to angels and guides, but it also provides a lot of clarity. This is helping us to understand and discern the different intuitions that we get. Like, okay, am I afraid? Am I just worried? Like, where is it coming from? Is that intuition? Is that my mind? This helps with illuminating where all that's coming from. But it's also wonderful for changing our perception and experience of pain, because it focuses so much on the upper chakras. So that's very helpful for our connection to like the interconnectedness of everyone, as well as intuition. So let's see. Renee. Oh, okay. So Renee, New Year's Day Tarot, you asked about moving. You said, and I said it would be quick. Well, Monday, a call, and Thursday, a yes, and I'm rushing to move. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. I hope that this is a beautiful move for you. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. I appreciate that. Oh, you just saw the babies, Jenny. Yeah, quick 12-hour trip through the cold. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Good to see you. Do you have any requests, Jenny? And dissolving black magic, definitely, I would say red tiger eye and pneumite, which are in here, are good for that. And let's see, I know I had some for Chris. So if I skipped any of your requests, now's the time to let me know. I know I have a couple of Patty's, and I'm going to get the rest of Chris's too. We got a lot of yours. Got that one, got them. Let's get Aventurine. And let's get Carnelian. And Sapphire. Sapphire is another really powerful angelic stone. This one can really boost your intuition. If you're into anything like channeling or mediumship, this is a great stone. Helps also with speedy justice, as well as supporting the health of your eyes, ears, and thyroid. Wonderful for supporting those with dementia, as well as those who care for and about anyone with dementia. And lovely for envisioning a positive outcome in any kind of time of change. But yeah, if you do any kind of channeling, mediumship, or like readings for people, this stone can even help you find the best words to explain your experiences to your querent. And speaking of which, when I was doing the New Year's Day tarot for everyone, this was just off camera. lots of sapphire and selenite. So I hope that helps. Carnelian is wonderful for attracting love and for helping anything relating to relationships. This is everything about the second chakra, the sacral, the orange chakra, which is how we relate to community and the world around us, as well as close interpersonal relationships, romance, fertility, and all that stuff, especially sexual health. Great too for colds, allergies, and healing wounds, and in general, kind of like creativity for sure, but in general, kind of like giving us a little bit of a boost, kind of helping us to leave apathy behind. So that is carnelian. And the next one I want to bring in is aventurine. And if you liked the sunstone, you may really like this too. Aventurine helps to encourage us to see beyond what we think of ourselves, to maybe be open to seeing a bigger version of ourselves or a more advanced version of ourselves. Maybe we're capable of more than we think. And aventurine really helps us to see that. It's also really helpful for heart rhythms, allergies, eye problems, as well as fertility. And in general, anytime you're struggling with feeling like you just can't do something and you know it's more like a mental block than anything, or you suspect it might be, grab some aventurine. This is one of my favorite things to recommend to folks who struggle with like tech phobia. Like, I can't do that. I'm going to break everything in the computer if I click on the wrong thing. This is one of those stones that could help that. And then I'm going to go to the rest of Patty's requests. It's 22 degrees in Austin. Oh, I'm so sorry, y'all. Oh, Patty keeps reminding people, yes, tomorrow's my birthday. That help. Are there any stones that help? Sorry, having a hard time reading that. Oh, hey, okay. Now the... Using two screens and I can't see that either place. Ah, any stones that help restoration? Oh, thank you, Sybil. Are there any stones that help restoration? Restoration... Restoration of what? Like restoration of energy? I'm not sure. Yeah, 22 in Austin is unimaginable. Okay, so I definitely have a few of Patty's left. So we'll start with, we have to get going. It's 9:30. Okay, so tree agate helps. It's sacred in Ayurveda, and it helps to balance the flow of energy throughout the physical body, regardless of what's out of balance and what's needed to bring it back into balance. It's an all-over body, mind, spirit type stone. It's wonderful at calming emotional and physical nerves, as well as breaking negative habits and making good new connections. So that is tree agate. Hey, Jane. Jane, I hope you're doing well. Oh, Sybil is supposed to rain on top of that. My goodness. Another stone we have is honey calcite. This really helps with calling in the best people to connect with at this point in your life, whether it's new neighbors, new colleagues, new romantic partners, whatever might be coming in. They'll really connect with you. You'll be on the same wavelength. Also helpful for optimism, especially when things are really challenging, and for supporting menopausal women or postmenopausal women, of which I am one. Yeah, I went through that young. And we've got chevron amethyst, which helps our connection to spirit. It's wonderful for really refining our intuition and the messages we're getting. Helps too with tolerance of others, as well as it helping to support us with any kind of degenerative disease. Wonderful too for clairvoyance, so that's shamanic journeying. That's what we see when we're doing intuitive work. Oh, thank you, Mary. Oh, you're premenopause there? Yeah, I went through, I lost my ovaries and uterus when I was 34. 34. So, it'll be 9 years in July. Yeah, I didn't have to go through perimenopause or anything. It's like I woke up from surgery and I just had no more estrogen. Really wasn't bad. Highly recommend. It was pretty not bad. Fire quartz helps with, and fire quartz is quartz that's been near any natural deposits of iron, and it gives it that kind of red color. This, the lighting here tends to almost cancel out some of the red. It's a little bit more red in my hand, but it really does help to put some grounding, but also fire and some root chakra energy into like reaching forward and getting things done, our targets and our desires and wishes. Oh yeah, and if you haven't hit that like button already, if you wouldn't mind doing so, super appreciate it. And let's see, this will probably be the last one. This is peacock ore, also called chalcopyrite. This can be really helpful when it comes to executive function. And that is like high level thinking, organization, like the order in which we do things. If you find that you tend to do things like you don't know where you left your water, maybe you finished it, you pour another one, oh, there's my water, to like losing things chronically disorganized. This might be really helpful for that. It's also really helpful for rebirth. So if you want to like kind of be a little bit of a phoenix and rise from the ashes, or if you're literally giving birth, this can be a superb stone to work with, but there's so much it does. But those are the big ones. So that is peacock ore or chalcopyrite. I believe it is flour. I believe it is. But I really do need to ask somebody that knows more about geology than I do. Yeah, my menopause wasn't bad. Like that winter when we had that like 3 feet of snow like 9 years ago, I would go walk. My friends lived like 7 blocks away, and it would be freezing. And I would just, they're like, oh, where's Danielle? I thought she said she was coming over. I'd just wait until the next hot flash, and I would just stroll over with my jacket wide open. It was great. Yeah, did not mind that at all. It was like every so often I get cold, and it's like, oh, not cold anymore. Yeah, it wasn't too bad for me. Howlite. Okay, let's add some howlite. Bone restoration. Yeah, let's definitely do. So last one will be howlite. Howlite helps with anger, resentment, and frustration. And on the physical level, it's excellent for bone health, bone integrity, healing fractures, but also support for the joints, whether it's chronic pain or like an ongoing issue or a really acute injury, like a fracture or a dislocation. So we love us some howlite here. And so I'm going to go ahead and bring this in. Let's see. Let's put this right here. And here. And we're getting to that point where I do that thing that I do. Oh, fibro too. For fibromyalgia, 2 stones that we have that are helpful for that are ruby and citrine. Very helpful for fibro. And for perimenopause, okay, last one this time. Everything that's related to gynecologic health at all is pink tourmaline. So that includes perimenopause. Helps also with migraine, nerve pain, spinal injuries, mother-baby bonding, and breaking down a negative self-image so that you can create a self-image based in something a little bit more positive. Oh, thank you, Renee. I am also glad for all of you. Dell, it's good to see you. Patty requested stones on your behalf, and we put them in. It was great. And Unakite is also a good one for perimenopause, menopause, all that. Unakite helps with all phases of a woman's life, hormonally speaking, especially things around like fertility, labor, delivery, prenatal, postpartum. Wonderful for quitting smoking, all addictions really, but especially smoking. Very helpful for heart and circulation, movement of body fluids, as well as metabolism. So that is Unakite. And where shall we place you? We'll place you right here with howlite. Okay. Hey, heart. Dell, lots of love. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and explain what Reiki is and a little of how it works. I'm so grateful for all of you and the space. By the way, I'm going to be putting out a questionnaire soon, so look at the community tab because I could totally use your feedback. I want to create a community space for everyone, and I want to see what kinds of things will be helpful because I'm really trying to create a space where all of you could be in touch with each other outside of the stream too, like a message board or something, if you think you would use it. So thank you, and thank you everyone. Yeah, I'll be 43 tomorrow. Yay! So I'm going to do the thing that I do where I explain what Reiki is, how it works, and how to make the most of your session. And then after that, we're going to transition into the Reiki session. And I'm so grateful for all of you. Go ahead and help me help you lift the energy of the space where you happen to be. Go ahead and just think of all the things you're grateful for. Anything at all. And whatever you're comfortable sharing with us, go ahead and enter it into the chat. And that will help boost all of our energies. And then we'll get into the Reiki. And thank you all so much for all of the beautiful things, all of this lovely stuff. There's so many good things in this chat right now that are like warming my heart. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to do that thing I do. And definitely hit like if you haven't already, and thank you. Okay, so what is Reiki? Well, first, my name is Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. So glad to have y'all here with me today. I hope you are warm. And if you'd like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you'd like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description, as are all of my social media and my email newsletter. And so what is Reiki? Well, Reiki is, in the West, it's basically become a catch-all term for energy healing, but specifically I work with what's known as Usui Reiki. And this particular method was created by Mikao Usui in the early 1920s in Japan, at a time where things were really challenging in Japan's history. So if you were caught teaching anything that could even be misunderstood or misconstrued to be a part of a religion, serious consequences indeed. So Usui created this particular system of working with energy that was deeply spiritual, yet completely secular. And I think that's why we love it so much in the West. To understand the concept of energy at the core of this practice, for that we're best to look at Shintoism, the indigenous spirituality of Japan, which still very much flavors worldview and culture and society to this day. And in Shintoism, it's believed that everyone and everything is interconnected, and that spirit, in this case, however you define that, provides this beautiful, soul-affirming, spiritually guided life force energy, or spiritually guided soul energy. That's what Reiki actually translates to mean. This energy is thought to be running through everyone and everything all the time. You, me, everyone, and everything, whether or not we're even aware of it. And essentially what I'll be doing today is connecting to that energy and directing more of it to you wherever you are and whenever you're watching this. So how to make the most of it? Well, you don't have to do anything special. All you need to do is be open to it, and by being here, you are. So I generally recommend that you go ahead and get yourself nice and comfy in any way that feels right to you. Sitting up, laying down, you can close your eyes, you can grab a blanket and start snoring if you want to. But you don't have to sit still. You can get up and get something. You can stretch, move, bend, do some yoga, journal, whatever feels meaningful to you. There's no wrong way to enjoy this time whatsoever. And know that you don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep your mind silent. You can just be. The Reiki will support you however it finds you, and it will find you because it's already there. And definitely during the session, at any point, if you feel like you get distracted, or if you feel like you want to go a little deeper into your session, simply take a deep breath in and out, and that will help. During the session, which will last about 25 minutes, I will turn the lights down. You'll notice that they move slowly and gently from one color to the next. At no point will they flash or strobe. And I'll turn the music up. So if you'd like to learn more about our musical creator, she's linked at the bottom of the description, so you can check out her channel and stream her music during the day. Also during the session, you may feel some physical sensations. You may have some emotions rise up or get released. Mentally, you may be able to think some things through or hear your subconscious, and spiritually you might get some deep insight, intuition, or just sort of truth kind of resonating with you. And you also may hear yourself snoring, which is always so weird, but it does happen. So this session will last about 25 minutes. At the end, you'll hear my voice come in. I'll invite you to take a few deep breaths and come back to your body. And then I'll be more than happy to engage with you in the chat once again, where I can answer your questions. I can hear your impressions if you feel like sharing them. You all are welcome to chat with each other in the chat during the session. I just won't be able to. And yeah, I'm so grateful to have all of you here. Also know that Reiki is everywhere all the time and not limited to my human limitations. So just know that even if you are watching this as a recording, or if you're live and you one day need Reiki and I'm not live, go ahead to the past healing live stream playlist, pick any past stream and enjoy. Just listen to it at your leisure whenever it feels right, and it will support you in just the ways that you need. So thank you so much for being here. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at that grid and get into the healing. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love all these beautiful things. Oh, congratulations on passing your course, Beth. Yeah, I'm only 43. It is young. Aw, thank you, everyone. Everybody go ahead. Oh, because it is a birthday, even though it is mine. And I will adjust the camera a little bit so we can... That's much better. Okay. Consider this my birthday candle on the grid, and everybody should make a wish. This is the manifestation quartz that Jennifer Vatsa gave us. This helps to boost our manifestations up, so everybody go ahead and put a birthday wish in it. And most of all, let's see, we'll put it right here. Will it fit in the middle, or am I tempting fate? Oh, it does stay up. Am I gonna make an avalanche? Nope, it stayed. Awesome. Sweet. So everybody enjoy your session, and I will see you all in about 25 minutes. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to the space that you're in. Move your fingers and toes if you wish. Thank you so much for joining me, and if you have any questions or anything to share, I invite you to use the chat. I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same times, every week. So go ahead and subscribe, turn the notifications on, and hopefully YouTube will remind you. But all those days and times are listed in the description. Oh, Dara, happy birthday. My birthday is tomorrow. I'm so happy you're here. Awesome. Lots of love to you. Guy, Mary, T, Dell. Oh, I'm so happy all of you are here. But yeah, Dara, thank you so much for dropping in. Christina Noriega, grateful for hot water. Yeah. Sometimes those little things are really big things. Absolutely. You're so welcome, Guy. It's so good to see you. All the best to you as you find that job. Thank you. Oh, it's going to be an awesome birthday. I'm really looking forward to that morning peppermint mocha. And of course, cuddling the cats. Cuddling the cats. You're welcome, Dara, and definitely happy birthday. I hope you have a great year ahead. Taylor, you're so welcome. Hadijah, welcome back. Good to see you, and thank you. Oh yeah, we just finished, but it's okay. You can go and back it up. Just back up the stream. Yeah. Sunday stream started 8 p.m. East Coast US time. And my birthday is tomorrow. Oh yeah, I'm very warm. I've got the cats keeping me warm too. Oh, beautiful, Dell. I'm so glad. Well, Dell, this is middle of the morning, middle of the night for you. I'm honored you're here. Yeah, and thank you everyone for staying a little late with me. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm very excited for, this is actually going to be the rare cold birthday. There has been a lot of climate change, but as far as like the 15th of January, it always seems to be unseasonably warm, but it's usually warmer than you expect. Tomorrow is definitely going to be one of the colder birthdays I've had. Usually it's like in the 40s, and I don't think we're going to make it into the 40s tomorrow. Oh, Beth, thank you so much. I'm so glad that you enjoyed your time here. Definitely come back. We're a fun bunch. We really are. Beth and I'm here 5 times a week, every Sunday at 8 p.m. So if this works for you, that's great. But you can see the whole list of days and times that I stream in the description. So you can do that, or you can always stop by, and if you need a little Reiki and I'm not live, check out the past healings. It'll always be there for you. But I'm so glad you're here, and I'm so glad you had a good experience. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Oh yeah, I've actually got I've got the Hattie on my legs right now. She's like, I've got a blanket, I've got Hattie, and she's like just close enough to the heater to get the heat, but just close enough to me to get my warmth. And yeah, she's a spoiled little baby. Oh yeah, Dara, I'm here. Mondays I'm not here. Saturdays 8 p.m. Wednesdays 4 p.m. Thursdays I'm not here. Fridays 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Saturdays I'm not here. Sundays 8 p.m. But yeah, it's all in the description. Oh, thank you, Del. Oh, Guy, did you have your legs like up the wall? That can be a really powerful experience. Oh, cool. I'm so glad it was amazing. You're so welcome, Beth. I hope to see you again. And I'm so glad that Eva's eating Chris's dog. I'm so happy. Yeah, let's see if I can, speaking of kitties. Are you gonna let me pick you up, or are you gonna fight me? Are you fighting me? Are you fighting me? Don't fight. What? You're such a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So everybody got to see a little bit of Kitty. Yes. And is there a Gertie down there too? Yes. Thank you everyone so much for the beautiful birthday wishes. And thank you all for being here as always. It's always an honor and a pleasure to hold this space for all of you, and I truly do mean it. I love doing this. So thanks for being a part of it. And again, if you want to learn more about me, classes, Reiki classes with me, anything like that, schedule a one-on-one reading or session, or shop my crystals, check out learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's listed in the description, as are all my social media and my email newsletter. Oh, awesome, Hadijah. Good stuff. We'll be here, and we'll be here to support you anytime it works for your schedule. Totally. Yeah. Little kitty butts. Oh, they're currently cuddling. How cute. Well, with that, I'm going to go ahead and bring our stream to a close with an abundance of gratitude for all of you. Happy my birthday to all of you. I hope you made a good birthday wish, and if you didn't make it yet, you still can. Oh, thank you, Patty. I hope so too. And thank you, Guy. Yeah, well, all of you have a beautiful evening. Thank you. Have a good night. Have a good night, Hadijah. Well, all of you have a beautiful evening. I hope to see you all again soon. Take care, and bye for now.